Hi, I'm Jay,
I'm Val.
and today we are still in Waco, Texas, and we're going to go to the Dr. Pepper Museum. I obviously know that Dr. Pepper is a soda, but I don't know anything else about Dr. Pepper, so this should be fun going into the museum and learning a little bit about the history of Dr. Pepper. What are you looking forward to, Val?
The same. I don't know a whole bunch about it. I know, it originated here, I believe. The one thing I did learn when I bought our tickets is that it's a non-for-profit here. So a dollar of every ticket goes to help keeping the building open and staffing the building for people to do tours. So I like that.
Alrighty. Well, come along with us as we Jay and Val around the Dr. Pepper Museum here in Waco, Texas.
Hello, my name is Dr. Charles Alderson, and most folks just call me Doc. I've been worked here for some time. And standing here brings back many memories, because this is where I spent most of my time when I first came to Waco. When I was a young man, I worked behind this counter making medicines and filling prescriptions. They say this was the biggest and the best drugstore in Texas back in those days. At the time, Waco was the center of everything out here in Texas. I came up from Galveston to Waco. It was Wade Morrison who hired me to work at his drugstore. It was a great gathering spot for local folks with a cigar counter, soda fountain, and of course the pharmacy. Now, pardon me, this soda fountain was really something. It hasn't changed much since then. The back bar was built by the Maylander Cabinet Company, right here in Waco. I used to spend a lot of time over at that fountain. We made sodas in all the regular flavors, cherry, orange, grape, lime, and such, as well as sarsaparilla and ginger ale. There weren't any of those new concoctions like the cola flavors back then. Speaking of flavors, I'm really proud of that one I did over at the fountain. I used to enjoy mixing different flavors together in different combinations. I've been given lots of credit for creating a new soda flavor. These days it's called a Dr. Pepper, but back in the beginning, everyone just called it a Waco. But for a few years, back in the 1800s, Waco was the only place in the world you could get a Dr. Pepper. Now you have to understand, Mr. Morrison was very excited about that drink. He's the one that first called it a Dr. Pepper. It got so popular that that back room of the drugstore was turned into a small syrup manufacturing plant. We would mix up a batch and send it out to other drugstores. It must have been 1890 or 91 when Mr. Morrison and some other investors started a new company to bottle Dr. Pepper and a few other soft drinks. They called it the Artesian Manufacturing and Bottling Company. That soft drink business has grown so much that they're now planning to build a new modern facility at the corner of 5th and Mary. I hear they're also planning to take Dr. Pepper to the Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis in 1904. Who would have thought that something as simple as a soda would become so popular? I'm really quite proud of it. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you folks. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to finish up here and get back to work.
And now we come up to a replica of the outside of the drugstore that would sell the Dr. Pepper.
And you have to understand, Mr. Morrison was very excited. He's the one that first called it Dr. Pepper. It got so popular that back room of the drugstore was turned into a small syrup manufacturing plant. We would mix up the batch and send it out to other drugstores. It must have been 1890 or 91. Mr. Morrison,
This is so cool to see what the drugstore looked like.
So this right here is one of the first Dr. Pepper logos. It would hold the syrup for when they would make the drinks at like the soda fountains and the pharmacies. And then this one is their raspberry flavor that came out in the 1900s. It was the style jug that they used at the soda fountains to dispense the syrup and make drinks and treats out of.
In this case here, you have all the different bottles starting from 1891 all the way up to 1955. So this here is a silver watch fob that was produced in 1904 for the World's Fair in St. Louis. And check out this one. This silver watch fob actually has a billiken on it, which the billiken is the mascot of St. Louis University. How neat is that? So in this case here, we continue. These are bottles from the 1960s all the way up to the 2010s. So, right here in the middle of the floor, they have a well. And they started digging this well to about 8 feet. They braced it. And then students from Baylor University continued to dig the well to 27.5 feet. When they got to the bottom of the well at 27.5 feet, they found all of this broken glass. And it took 47.5 barrels to pull all the glass out of the well. And here is some of that glass over here in this display. Classic truck alert.
So in this room, as you come in, this talks about the people that work in the plants, the people that were employed here. It's very neat. You come in, there's little circles on the floor, and you step on them, and each person will tell you their story of what they did here in the plant. And it talks about how long they were here and what their job was. And it has a few of the carbonators and different machines that they all used while they were working here also. And here we have a replica of Wilton's Landing. Looks like it's just a little old country store. Not only can you get your Dr. Pepper, but you can get your
Quaker motor oil. This says 6 bottles, family carton of Dr. Pepper. Over here you can get your fruits, other different sodas, some canned goods. Very cool. So this is a simulation of the bottling process from the empty bottles coming across the conveyor belts. To where they're filled with the liquid. As they follow a conveyor belt up and down. And here's where the bottles drop into the cases. So in this picture here, this is Woodrow Wilson Clements. His nickname was Foots because he was the one that was the primary salesman for Dr. Pepper. These are all of his honors and career highlights. All right, so check this out. This is the ultimate in tailgating right here. You have an all-in-one. You've got your cooler on the right-hand side over here for all the Dr. Pepper and any other adult beverages that you want to have. You have your grill for your hamburgers, your hot dogs, your brats. You've got your 50-yard line with your artificial turf. You've got your chairs. I mean, this is quite a setup. So, Plyman Brothers, don't be too jealous. And of course, they're from STL Tailgate. But this is the deal right here. Wilson! 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 Now in this display case here, this is Dr. Pepper cans when Iron Man 2 came out, and they would put all the different characters on the cans. This is from 2012, and it looks like this box right here is probably the full set. Pretty neat. I remember way back in the early 2000s when Pepsi did all of the Star Wars. And they had different cans for the different movies. Now over here, these are the Marvel characters, right? Looks like Black Widow and Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. These are really cool too, the Green Goblin. So check out these model train cars. They are G scale, and they're different cars from the Beverage Express. These pieces here, they are LGB models, and LGB stands for Lehman Gross Bond. They were originally manufactured in Germany and introduced in 1968. An LGB model was responsible for introducing the G scale. How cool. And over here, they actually have a model train layout. In the back there, they've got the Dr. Pepper plant. Let's take a look around here. This one right here is really cool. Look at this. They have the ice for the drinks, a car for the bottle caps. In the middle here, they have the little town with a theater and coffee shop and bank. Check out all the people here waiting at the train station. And look at this old time grocery store / gas station. They even had a back area with some swings and picnics tables and stuff for the families to relax. There's the firehouse. And there's the firemen out here having a barbecue. Too bad the train's not working. But this is a really cool layout. Alrighty, our trip here to the Dr. Pepper Museum is over. So, what did you like about the museum, Val?
It was interesting. There was so much history that you don't realize. They have so much here interactive stuff that you can do too. They have a thing that you can do taste of soda. It gives you like 6 different flavors of soda you got to taste and figure out. They've got a make your own soda, where you go in and they give you different things that you can mix to make your soda. They bottle it and cap it off for you. You get to taste at the end of your walkthrough, because you just do the tour yourself. You get to come over and get a free Dr. Pepper or Big Red, or they also have floats too if you want to purchase that. But overall it's just very interesting, because you don't realize the history of the Dr. Pepper and the other flavors that they have.
Well, not only the history, but they have a lot of pop culture too. They have the commercials and the different billboards and And also anything they could put their logo on.
Definitely.
They also were featured in a lot of movies, and there's exhibits for that. And like Val said, there's also some places where you can stand and listen to the different stories of the different employees that used to make the product. There's a lot to see here. It will take you a little while to get through, especially if you are very interested and read a lot.
Well, and they do have the interactive where you can scan your phone at different places and it'll read to you different things and tell you different things also.
Yeah, I think it's called a virtual tour.
Yes.
Yeah. So, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll keep you in the loop and it'll let you know when our next videos come out. We want to thank you for coming along with us and hanging out, experiencing the Dr. Pepper Museum. And we want to thank you for Jay and Valing around with us.